Right off the top of this video is all about something called Infinity Health Labs Blood Armor. Supports healthy blood and sugar levels. And it says manufactured in the USA on the red and white bottle. I don't know exactly what's going on with the company involved with this, Infinity Health Labs. I'm not saying anything about them or Blood Armor. What I am saying is that I saw some scam marketing happening online, and I'm going to show you that here in just a second. It has a fake CNN website on a website that does not look like it's an official website for the product. So it's like a third-party thing, affiliate. Misuse of the company is what it looks like. Misuse of Blood Armor, definite misuse of CNN. So if you saw this going around online and it says something about a Harvard discovery and a 4-ingredient trick that naturally boosts GLP-1 and reverses type 2 diabetes, you saw a scam. Especially if you saw deepfake visuals with AI-generated audio of famous doctors and famous celebrities, whatever. So I'm going to show you here on my screen, as you can see now, there's going to be a video, and that's a deepfake of Dr. Jennifer Ashton, who has nothing to do with this. Let's hit play. If you're looking around online for Blood Armor supplements, Blood Armor pills, Blood Armor reviews and complaints, I have what you need right here.
A homemade GLP-1 mentioned by Trump is stirring up the internet after thousands of Americans
Trump never mentioned it. This is a deep fake on CBS, meaning manipulated lip movement with AI-generated audio.
Mentions online. The question everyone is asking is, could this be the closest thing to a true natural cure for diabetes? To talk more about this, we invited the administrator of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Dr. Mehmet Oz. Doctor, tell us, what's so special about this homemade GLP-1 that has helped so many Americans?
And Dr. Oz has nothing to do with this either. Just making sure that's clear. And they're going to claim there's a recipe, maybe. There's no recipe. It's something to hook you to watch the entire video. It always ends up being a bottle of pills. The recipe promise, classic scam thing.
Can naturally free themselves from decades of type 2 diabetes.
The reason for this is that it's the only solution capable of naturally stimulating our body's production of the insulin-regulating hormone, GLP-1. This is the same hormone that synthetic pens like Ozempic and Mounjaro are designed to mimic. But instead of relying on synthetic injections, which come with a range of side effects and dependency, this homemade GLP-1 can activate your own production of the hormone 100% naturally, free from side effects, and using ingredients that any American already has at home. The expert behind this research is the renowned Dr. Jennifer Ashton. And since she started sharing this recipe on her social media, thousands of Americans have reported stopping their use of metformin, no longer needing insulin injections or pens, and stabilizing their blood sugar levels below 100 without any exercise or dietary restrictions. The big issue is that ever since this homemade GLP-1 started cutting into the profits of diabetes medications, Big Pharma has been doing everything it can to keep this from spreading.
Yeah, the Big Pharma doesn't want you to know about it thing.
It's possible to replicate the effects of their expensive
is in every scam video.
A natural, even more effective, side effect-free solution. But starting today, that's going to change. Starting today, every American who has been a prisoner of diabetes for years can have a new shot at hope. Because for the next few minutes only, we're going to air the video where Dr. Jennifer Ashton shows exactly how anyone can make this homemade GLP-1 today and stabilize their...
That looks disgusting. It looks like pot roast mix.
That video is already ready to go live with your production team.
Perfect. So for everyone watching this broadcast...
Perfect. Why will we be showing this? Who knows? We're a political show, but anyway...
...natural and effective way. Let's now pay close attention to the video where Dr.
Major Garrett never said any of these words. Deepfake.
GLP-1. Take a look.
Here are 3 big lies your doctor told you about diabetes, and the last one will shock you. First lie, diabetes is caused by sugar. Wrong. If that were true, why are there people who eat all kinds of carbs every day and still stay free from diabetes? Contrary to what we believed until now, a discovery from the...
This is like the 15th scam video I've made in a row, so I'm a little out of breath.
Genetics.
So I'm going to lean back. If that's unprofessional, I'm sorry.
Of an insulin-regulating hormone called GLP-1, which right now is completely shut down in the bodies of diabetics, causing their blood sugar to spiral out of control. But once this production is naturally reactivated, you can go back to eating all the chocolate, donuts, or slices of pizza you want.
Yeah, eat whatever you want. That's not at all a scam sign like red flag.
Are the only ways to treat diabetes. This is another big lie. After all, even with all the meds you've taken up to now, I bet they haven't done much to free you from diabetes, right? I saw this happen up close with my dad. No matter how many diets, medications, or insulin injections you take, they only treat the symptoms, giving temporary results, while type 2 diabetes keeps haunting you. Third lie, type 2 diabetes is irreversible. This is the biggest lie of them all. Type 2 diabetes can be 100%.
There are so many scams that will claim that their product can help you reverse type 2 diabetes right now. And there are signs that with some of these products, I'm going to take Blood Armor out of the equation right now. With some of these products, that they have backing from online e-tailers that have great Trustpilot reviews. And maybe the people behind some of the products have ties to brand management companies that make sure that their products, which in reality are scams, allow them to make as much money as possible. And those brand management companies are in cahoots. And they kind of know that, but they also are kind of like not really doing the right thing. And that's not that big of a surprise. With this Blood Armor thing, this is the first I'm seeing of this product. And it could be a misuse of the product. Absolutely. It's not going to have miracle properties, this Blood Armor product. If nothing else, it'll be like a general blood sugar support product, but it's not going to have miracle properties. And that's why you'd be buying it if you see a video like this, right? So go see a doctor, a real doctor, instead of buying some pills online that you can't find a pharmacy in your town or only mysteriously found online. And you can't find information in some cases. I'm not saying about this product here. Who's the founder? Where they bottle it? All that secret for some reason.
Revert.
And Brazil comes up all the time.
And better yet, without suffering from side effects, without spending thousands of dollars, and using only 4 ingredients that, when mixed the right way...
There's no recipe. It's a lie. They're trying to get you to watch their video.
...our GLP-1 hormone production.
We're going to reveal the recipe to you in the next 2 minutes, and they never do.
I started talking about this on my social media. Thousands of Americans have already started reversing diabetes naturally in less than 4 weeks. And from now on, I'm going to show you exactly how my own dad used this recipe to get rid of diabetes, and how you can prepare it today using 4 ingredients that are probably already in your pantry. So pay close attention here. For a long time, I avoided talking about this, but the real reason that led me to this discovery was my own father. Even though he was a cardiologist in the Army and one of the most disciplined men I've ever known, my father also struggled with type 2 diabetes. He did everything right. He managed his sugar, walked every day, avoided sweets, and never missed a single pill. And like everyone else at the time, we thought that would eventually bring him some improvement. Until one day, my brother called me in a panic, saying that my dad had been in a car accident while taking his 6-year-old granddaughter, Julia, to school. In that moment, my world collapsed. When I got to the hospital, he told me that even while taking all his medications, on the way, his vision started to go dark. And even though he tried to hit the brakes, his foot was shaking and had no strength at all. That's when he lost control of the car.
Let's talk. I don't need to show you more of this video. Let's talk about why these scams thrive. Where do you first see these scams? How do you get to this page? You get to this page by seeing an ad on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or something like that, right? Maybe on the side of a website from Taboola, right? Meaning that those tech companies accept money from fraudsters, from scammers for outright scams, so they can tell their investors how much money they made. And at the same time, be like, look at our terms and conditions. We have strict policies, community standards against scams. And if you see a scam, if you're someone using our platform, please hit report ad like you're on our payroll at Meta, which is insane that they get away with that. And the FTC, Congress, do nothing about it. And whenever I tell you the scale at which these tech companies make money, talking about Meta specifically, look up Reuters Meta scam ads investigation. It is insane what is happening out there and what no one is doing anything about. I mean, the level at which a big corporation can get away with something that a mom and pop shop could never get away with is insane. That's the US right now. People always talk about America and how great America is and how we're the number one country in the world, all that sort of stuff. Why aren't we doing well in this one aspect where it comes to holding tech companies accountable for accepting money from scammers and pretending that they have these really strict policies when they don't have strict policies at all? Thousands and thousands of scams in ads, and no one is doing anything about it who has any control, law enforcement, government, whatever, for years and years and years. It is really, really terrible. And nothing's going to be done about it, probably, as long as the tech companies, I could keep saying a few things, but I'm going to keep my comments to that. I could say a whole lot more. So like, comment, subscribe. If you saw this going around, again, this is called Infinity Health Labs Blood Armor. And I'm not saying the company has anything involved with putting this product out there with this scam video. I am, however, telling you that there are scam marketing attempts happening with this. The URL for this website was some sort of a nonsense website, like someone just like pressed a bunch of buttons and then hit .com. And it wasn't like, buybbloodarmor.com or something like that. It was something completely different. So that's all that I got. Go see a doctor. Blood Armor reviews and complaints. Blood Armor for diabetes. Blood Armor blood sugar support. You see this on Walmart.com. Does not make it legitimate. You're not going to find a Walmart store in your town. It's a third-party listing. Same with Amazon.com. Go see a doctor. There are too many medicinal product scams out there online these days trying to get people, elderly people who don't know better, to pull out their wallets. Stay safe. Thank you for watching.